Oh my God. What? How many weeks? Has it been like a year or something since you've done a show?
18 months.
God, it's my fault this time too. I know it was your fault. You were
No,
busy
it's
there
your
for a
fault.
while. I'm Mr. Golfer.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Did I
hate.
see you? Were you on the Ryder Cup team?
Yep, definitely. I was the one throwing the beer at the guy's wife there or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that there? Well, like, how about all the etiquette? Like, okay, so let me get this straight. So to be a golfer, you got to put on pink pants. You have to have a whale on your belt. You have to have like an orange shirt with the collar turned up the whole bit. And nobody can talk where you're hitting the ball. Nobody. Right.
Yeah.
But the Ryder Cup turned into an all-out brawl, like a bunch of drunks. Wow.
Yeah, Long Island. What do you want?
I know. All right, this is great. Mark Puttenvink. Sorry, we missed a couple of weeks here. That was my fault. Ranger golf tournaments. We had won the Ranger Alumni Tournament, which is a blast. Westchester Country Club. We'll discuss that. Last week, we were at Sleepy Hollow. Bet MGM, which is a huge sponsor. The Rangers had their golf event up there. So I get to drive around with a foursome. So I have a blast. Good guys usually too. So
we only had 3 guys, so we had to grab a guy and force him.
Oh, how does a Muslim close the door?
I don't know.
I slam it.
I slam it. Did I tell you about the? Never mind. But anyway, my friend Jeff and I, when we played golf years ago, it was the same foursome every Saturday. His brother and this other kid, and they got so sick of our jokes.
Oh,
they said it's 1 per 9. And if you say a bad joke after that, it's a stroke on your clock.
But it's whose opinion is the bad joke, though, right? I mean,
that's right.
Yeah. Like in our mind, you and I send these bad dad jokes to my sons still. They're 35 and 32, and they're going, oh, my God.
Yeah, I know.
Right? That's our job, though, as dads. All right. Just so everybody knows, this is the great Mark Puttenvink, Patriot Training Systems. He trains, I was going to say bad stuff. He trains all kinds of. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world, man. I want to be careful of the jokes I make.
It's really crazy. It's really a surreal time right now.
Yeah, like I know things have always happened, but just there was it Friday. So the guy's driving by in North Carolina in his boat, and he just opens fire into a restaurant.
Then now they're saying it was premeditated.
God.
And he killed people that were just there. They weren't even like they had beef with people in town or something.
Yeah,
horrible. But these were people just vacationing.
I know. And then the guy driving into the church there in Michigan and blasting people.
Yeah. There's something behind that story, because didn't like some leader of that church die the night before?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's more to that story. But both of them, I mean, the mental health issue in this country right now.
You know what to do? Let me say hello to somebody here, and then we'll get into that too. Yeah. Our buddy William Haynes there in Chicago.
Hey, there he is.
The veteran.
Hey, William. I'm happy you're here. So it's a guy I used to work with, Garrett Teal. We worked at Parisi Speed School years ago. His son plays for the White Sox right now.
Oh.
Yeah, good friend of mine. His son plays for the White Sox. Yeah.
Very
awful team, but at least he's getting a chance to play.
Major leagues, baby. Get to the major leagues. Dream come true.
Yeah.
Man, like this is weird. Like, God. So we haven't had a show since Charlie Kirk was.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's happened in between the last show.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. And admit it, as I think both of us could admit, we open our minds up to a lot of different possibilities instead of just assuming that what we're told is the truth. Have you seen the video of the case they're making with, he's got the thing on his shirt that they're claiming it's like a same thing the Israelis did with the pagers, right?
Pagers, yeah.
Right. So and when they show the video of, the shirt puffing up, and it's such a compelling story. Now, again, we don't know what's changed, what's AI or whatever. So
yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, even the hand signals. I mean, if I just touch my hat or touch my face, but if you put in slow-mo, it looks like I'm sending a signal.
Yeah. And I actually think it's kind of healthy instead of us just assuming that what we're told is the truth.
We need to question everything.
Yeah.
Now more than ever. We should have been questioning it 50 years ago. We didn't.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Kennedy really shot by one person? Did we go to the moon? And was the air? We were told the air was clear around ground zero after 9/11.
Christy Todd Whitman.
I know. I remember that came out. It was like the next day. I said, how can you tell there were like thousands of guys?
She was what? The EPA.
Yeah. Head of the environment. And I've seen interviews or read interviews since then. And she's apologized saying she felt terrible. Well, Okay, but that's thousands of people lost.
Where was she
their lives.
apologizing for Martha's Vineyard?
Well, exactly, yeah. For a cozy little
They could care less.
man.
They really could. They could care less.
All right,
Also,
no.
she was a Republican, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
She had been talked about as a VP candidate at one time.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's both sides.
Yeah.
You look, in Jersey, we got the gubernatorial race here. Jack Citarelli against Mikey Sherrill. And
yeah,
apparently, somebody leaked, and of course, they're all upset that it was leaked. But she did not graduate. Well, she graduated from the Naval College. She didn't. She
Right.
was suspended from marching.
Right.
Now she's saying it's because they put pressure on me to rat out kids that were cheating.
right.
Well, even if that's the truth, and
I know. I tell you what. I look at it now that if a politician is moving his mouth,
he's
they are
lying.
lying.
He or she is lying.
Yeah, it doesn't
All
matter.
of them.
Yeah, it's sad, but we talk about this where I think, were far more educated about politics than I was. I got into it more, tried to learn things, and the more I learned, the more I realized I don't want to know.
That's what I said to, I forget who, but they all eat at the same restaurant
Oh yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big act.
totally. Yeah, it's like, and people like, and some people will say, "Well, geez, it's got to be. How could everybody be in the same conspiracy?" So, well, you don't need to be a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
Like if you're AOC, for example, attractive young woman, bartender, realize, oh, geez, let me get this straight. So I can become a politician,
Yeah.
toe the line,
Right.
and get millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't need somebody to tell me
Well,
what to do.
that's another thing about Mikey Sherrill. She's been in office 3 years, and her net worth went up $10 million. You know what I mean? It's just.
I tell you what, like that mentality, like, and again, we're responsible, but they think they can just do. We're stupid.
Because they
And
can.
yeah, like, but I think they feel like, okay, well, even if we know, what are we going to do about it?
Can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny stuff. Yeah. All right. It's important stuff. So, we touched on the mental health stuff too, and it's interesting. I mentioned mental health just a few months ago, and somebody in the mental health world, I can't remember who it was, or if I didn't even know the person, and they contacted me. They said, "Well, Tom, the problem is when you say it's a mental health issue, it paints the picture that anybody with mental health issues is now potentially somebody that's going to assassinate other people."
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of paraphrasing when I say that, and I get that, but
It's the truth.
I know.
I mean, not everybody with mental health issues is a potential assassin, but all assassins seem.
Right.
I mean, you have to be mentally defective
Right.
to be an assassin.
Right. To do
So-
something like that, to go into a school, there's got to be something wrong.
Here's a really good analogy to that. Or in recovery, they always say one of the sayings is, "Every time I drank, I didn't get in trouble, but every time I was in trouble, I was drinking."
Huh?
So it's kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. Our buddy William Haynes. Did I personally know? We lost Bernie Perrant. So we lost Ken Dryden, Bernie
Yeah.
Perrant, Ed Jockman, Wayne Thomas.
Wayne Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I got to know Bernie just a little. We did a podcast with him, and he was. I didn't realize really a motivational guy. Like he was really into
Mhm.
helping kids and everything. Beautiful wife. We had well, she was not on the show, but she's pretty lively in the background, right? She was, but
He's
great
great.
guy.
Yeah.
He seemed like a guy that, listen, we lost him. It's terrible, but he was really living a full life, right?
He did, and he never left Philly,
Yeah.
and he really became a big part
Yeah.
of that Philadelphia community down there. I
Yeah.
mean, at that time, if you recall, the Phillies were kind of Eagles were terrible.
Sure.
The Flyers, they were like
Yeah.
the thing down for quite a while.
Hold on 1 second here. Barry Shelley, hold on. We got to drop everything when Barry gets on here. Good to see both of you today. Yes, missed you too, brother. Hope your health is doing well. I haven't got an update.
Yeah, let us know how you're feeling, Barry.
Yeah, definitely. He's a machine. He can't.
We'll keep going. It's nothing stopping
Can
him.
you imagine something getting inside of him and say, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
He's a machine.
Yeah.
It's like he's one of those guys who, when his feet hit the ground in the morning, the devil goes, oh my God, he's up again.
While he was sleeping.
Yeah, totally. All right. Just a random thought. And you don't have to get into a long answer. If there's a topic that you would just love to rip into and really tell exactly how you felt, but you really can't do it. It's just, it's like morally incorrect or politically incorrect, or, you would insult too many people. Do you have a topic that you would like to really?
A lot of them. Yeah, more than one, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, now more than ever, it's sad to say, but you got to keep your thoughts to yourself, especially politically.
Yeah,
Because you're going to alienate somebody.
totally.
It could be a family member, it could be a friend, and
Yeah.
it's better off just to,
I know.
thoughts to yourself.
Isn't that sad? Yeah.
It is sad. Yeah, you should be able to say what you think. But
Yeah.
we live in a world now. I'll give you an example. There's a whole hubbub about Serena Williams. I don't know if you've seen this. It's gone viral. So she was staying at a hotel in the city, I think, and anyhow, she was in a lobby and they had a cotton plant in a vase.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I
She was
saw the
offended.
picture.
She was offended by that, and that's a stretch.
Oh, what? Because like cotton
It's really
picking?
a stretch.
Like picking cotton?
To be offended, that means somebody intentionally put it there to offend you.
Right.
And it was
Wow.
just a florist. You know what I mean? And I think this is the problem in our society now. Like,
Right.
You're at a point now where you can't assume anything. So you can't assume someone's gender.
Right.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the world we live in.
And to the point of our initial conversation is, even if you disagree with it, you're afraid to say anything.
Absolutely.
Right. So everybody now just piles on the same,
Yeah.
and without even saying anything, they're really just kind of implying that they're agreeing with whatever somebody's saying.
Right, because we're living in a society where no one can just be Tom Laidlaw. Tom Laidlaw has to be put into a certain category.
Right. I know.
And it's based upon your beliefs and your
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Like the whole, like the religion thing, like atheist or Christian or whatever it is, instead of just saying, you know what, I believe in the potential of a whole lot of different things.
Right.
I said, yeah, I don't discredit.
Or if you are devoutly religious, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
And no one should challenge that because that's their belief. I mean, as long as that belief isn't violent,
Right. Yeah.
But my dad said you don't have to show it on your sleeve to feel it in your heart.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Like everybody feels like they have to give their opinion,
And
right?
those
Or they
World War-
can't give their opinion. One or the other. It's yeah.
All those World War II guys, the men, and the women, really had it.
Is this a new follower of ours? Hold on. No, not him. Danny is not. Danny's, we can't get rid of him. Just kidding, Danny. Kidding you. Walter Swanson. Do we know
Yeah,
him?
don't remember. It's not him. Probably a new gentleman. Yes. Yeah, and he's right. Critical cancel culture.
Yeah.
And yet it seems to be a one-way street. I mean, it's okay to cancel a certain segment of our population, but man, you go after the other segment.
Right. And the whole internet makes it weird too, right? Because like everybody's trying to sell something or get their point across. Yeah.
And now with AI, you go on and you look at the feed on Instagram or Facebook, but more so Instagram. It's like you don't know what you're looking at because
I know. I guess because I'm a big follower of Joe Rogan, I listen to him a lot. I get a lot of AI stuff that supposedly he has said.
Correct.
And it seems like his voice is the same. It seems like he's saying it. Yeah.
And it's pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if you don't pay attention and realize, okay, just because somebody's posted this doesn't mean it's the truth. Right. Yeah. Our buddy. So Brian is our vet, right? He's our right. Brendan, his brother, is the sleep expert.
No.
Is that Brendan was the brother that was a sleep expert?
Yeah, I think correct. Yeah, Brian.
Yeah. Brian was the head of. Wasn't Brian the head of all the VA?
Yeah, the VA something to do with.
Yeah.
I forget exactly.
He's
I think it was a pilot.
Yes. Yeah.
If I'm correct, he multiple deployments. I think.
Yep, definitely. And then became a commercial pilot, and then I was right. It was the head.
But yes, Pafan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
I hate to say this. Like, obviously, you look at the statistics. He's one of those guys, though. When I watch the games, I go, okay, I don't get it. Like, not that he was a bad player, and obviously he got all those points, so he must have done something. But
I think he was perceived. The hit on Ulfie Nielsen.
Yeah,
that's what really kind of made everybody look at this guy. And then, unfortunately for him in the offseason, there was that whole story about his wife. And hey, Tom, whether it's true or not, we don't know.
Yeah.
And what's that got to do with this hockey game? I mean, it makes him a bad person if he really did it, but we don't know. In any event, I think, he was a little bit overrated.
Yeah.
As far as a player.
Yeah.
But I think he took on the persona that the Ranger fans could hate this guy.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They wanted to get a villain, and he was.
And then obviously winning 19 playoff rounds in a row. I mean,
pretty good record.
Yeah, that's not. Can you imagine that? Like I think back to some of the series we had. Like when I was in LA, we played Edmonton.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky when he first got traded, and we had Edmonton in the first round, 7-game series, and that was just the first round. We got done, we beat them, but man, I was like, oh my god, it took everything we had.
Did you play Toronto that year too?
That was I had got retired, then the next year they went on to play. That's the year they went to the finals. They played.
That was
Toronto.
a pretty nasty series.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Did they have Wendell then and all those guys?
Yeah, Wendell. That's when Marty McSorley went after Doug Gilmour and Wendell and him. Remember that fight? Yeah. Oh, Marty was. I'll tell you, Marty knew what he was doing. He was a smart, tough guy, man. He was all calculated. He knew the score of the game and what he was going to do. And
yeah, it's a guy that doesn't get enough credit, I don't think.
Right. Yeah. You've heard, I think I've said this before in interviews where I fought him early in his career, and that's the only way he was going to stay in the league was by fighting everybody. Mm-hmm. And I mean this is a real compliment to him. Like he could not skate. He's like a beer league guy. It's terrible. Yeah. But he was going to fight anybody and everybody. And once I fought him once, then it was every game we played against him. He goes, Laidlaw, let's go. And finally, I said, nope, I am not keeping you in the league any longer. Yeah, you find somebody else. But he worked and made himself so good that he became a regular player and still, fought everybody too. So, yeah.
I think similar, Ty Domi wasn't maybe as hockey skilled, but he needed to really work his skill set too.
Yep, totally.
And Bruce Driver told me that he actually that's what they had summer skates up in Sault Ste. Marie, wherever they were.
Yeah.
And Bruce was one of the guys skating, and he said to him, "You got to work on your game. I mean, you can't just survive by doing what you're doing."
Right.
And he really focused in that summer, apparently.
So Ty listened to him? Oh.
Yeah. To his credit. I mean,
very cool.
He had a nice little career. He played for quite a while, right?
Yep, totally. Yeah. And he was an impactful player. Like when he was on the ice, he changed the way things were going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember seeing the video of him where he suckered Ulf Nielsen in Toronto right in front of the net? Oh my God, poor Ulfie. Like Ulfie deserved a lot of stuff he got.
Yeah.
And that was nasty.
Yeah, I think that the worst ever was what happened to Sandstrom, though. Who was that?
The cross check by Dave Brown?
With Brownie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was vicious.
Ooh. Yeah, like it wasn't like, a stick,
Yeah.
Tom and Mark, I'm in Canada's desert with Soyuz. Where's that?
Oh, yeah, where's that?
Yeah, Soyuz.
Desert. Where would desert be in Canada?
Huh, I think I've heard the word Soyuz, but the desert of Soyuz, I'm sure he'll.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I want to find out what that is. Yeah.
I would think it's got to be West Coast, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Desert of Soyuz. Wow. It could be in the Midwest, but So we had a golf tournament at Sleepy Hollow last Monday that I obviously could not make. And a lot of guys there, Adam Graves, Boone Nieves, who's a fantastic young guy. Yeah. Nick Fotillo was there. So Nicky and I, we've known
each other. Feeling? Because he got, right?
Yeah, it seems like he's fine. He's battled back.
Yeah.
But we all give, him and I particularly, we give it to each other. And it's all in good fun. And Nicky's always been known as a pretty good practical joker. So he'll kind of fade away. So I carry my backpack with me, and I put my phone charger and stuff in it when I go to these events. So he went and got some rocks and put it in my backpack. Now, I did not, so I put it in the back of the cart, so I don't know the rocks are in there the whole day. I go to pick up my bag, and usually the people that have seen him do it are like the caddy saw him do it. So the caddy and I got to be buddies during the day, and he felt like I put the backpack over my shoulder. Now, to me, the ego gets going. Yeah. So it seemed a little heavy, but I was like, oh, I'm Tom Laidlaw. I'm going to carry this backpack. And he felt bad. He goes, sir, I got to tell you, somebody put rocks in your bag.
This is what people that didn't play a team sport.
Yeah.
They don't, unfortunately, they miss this part of your life because how old are we? And we're still doing it.
I know. Yeah. Almost. Nicky's over 70. I'm almost closing in on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, funny stuff.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Don't grow up at all. No, Nicky's looking good. Yeah. It may like, so people that don't know, Nicky a couple of years ago fell down. He was on a vacation in Greece, I believe.
Yeah.
Fell down, broke his leg pretty bad and was laid up for a while, but he's back. I guess Ron Duguay's doing better. He's going to start playing charity hockey games he's going to be in. So
I had a couple kids that played for Nicky. They said it was the best coach they ever had.
Yeah.
Nicky, down in Kentucky when he was in
Steve Valiquette calls him the best defensive coach he's ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. See here, South BC.
I thought so, BC. Yeah.
Wow. The desert Osoyos. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
See, you know what?
So,
Here's the thing. Like, is there any show out there with two individuals like you and I, like at the wide-ranging things that we bring to our listeners that they
Yeah.
learn? Like, who would have known that the desert of Soyos?
yeah, I'm gonna have to Google it when we get done.
Right.
So yeah, that's where Dale Purinton's living, somewhere in BC, wherever it is. It's beautiful.
Right.
It's gorgeous.
Hey, what if you're in the woods and you see Dale Puritan walking towards you, all bundled up and like he's
You run. You run
It-
really quick in the opposite.
maybe Sasquatch is really alive. Like maybe he was Sasquatch.
He's a monster.
Oh, yeah.
We're still in touch, and he is huge. Right
Yeah.
now.
And he's got the big, like, look, like everything about him, right? The
Yeah, he's a
shoulder.
mountain man.
Yeah.
His dad was a mountain man.
Well, was he really?
His dad played for the K-Wings and the Kalamazoo K-Wings, and they were from. I think Dale was like near from Sycamoose up around that way, but his father was when he got done playing hockey, he was just a mountain man. Like I don't know the whole story, but yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dale's living up there. He sends me video of him in his underwear in the snow chasing the bears off the yard and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's Dale. He hasn't changed. He's awesome.
Sycamoose. There's a great name, Sycamoose, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, man, that's funny.
What's that else? Is that near Calgary, I guess?
Calgary's Alberta's further west. Sycamoose,
Yeah.
BC is further. No, Alberta's further east.
Mhm.
Beautiful country out there, though.
Yeah.
But the same thing. You're going out to Utah. That same kind of country out there.
Yeah. Oh man, we're going out in a couple of weeks, and that we'll be there for a while. But really looking forward to. I do my morning run, walk, shadow box out here. It's great, but there it's just going to be
Yeah, different world out there.
the mountains and everything.
Yeah. I guess there's give and take, right? Here we've got the advantage of, the city, all the things to do and everything like that. I guess there's plenty of things to do there. It's just different things to do, right?
It's different. I've never lived there before. It's going to be a different lifestyle for sure. But we were just talking about the camaraderie. Like there's a WhatsApp group chat between all the coaches and Nathan and everybody.
Right.
And it's all, everyone's just busting each other.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it's serious about what we're doing in practice and that, but
Yeah.
we're kind of looking forward to being around the guys and just having some fun.
So Sycamoose is just north of Osoyoos. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Very cool. Very cool. Jackson Dart for the New York Giants quarterback had his opening.
Wow.
Yep. One.
I just the longevity though, because he's
Yeah, totally. Yep. I guess it's exciting the first time in, but they've got a pretty good defense. Like
No,
their
what I
defense-
meant was his style of play.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's pretty risky with the running
Right.
and everything.
You would think that they would get to and say, listen, okay, you're excited. That's great. You're bringing life to the team, but you got to slide instead of going head
I
first.
don't know. Correct me if you see this. You see NFL quarterbacks running with the ball more than we've
Yeah.
seen in the past.
Totally. I
There's
agree.
no more pocket guys.
Yeah.
They
Totally.
do run the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
I think that's why there are so many injuries at the quarterback position.
Totally. You do see the smart ones. So, like the guys have been around for a while. They do the slide, the
Mahomes.
foot slide. Yeah.
It's all forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a great game yesterday.
Okay. So, I'm not a misogynist.
Mhm.
So, a misogynist is a man who doesn't like women or looks
Correct.
down. Okay. But over time here, the football, let's talk about football. It's
Yeah.
not just football. Both wives and mothers seem to be more involved publicly with
Oh,
their
yeah.
husbands' careers.
Yeah, you never knew who they were.
Right. So now Jackson Dart's mother, I guess, is quite
Yeah.
the topic now. She had the black leather pants on yesterday. It's quite. Now, okay. Let's get something. And there's nothing wrong with this.
Right.
She knows. So her son is starting for the New York Giants.
She knows she's going to be on the camera.
Yeah. So she throws on the black leather pants. I mean,
Well, look, again, hey, it's our business. We were just
Yeah.
talking about, let people be who they are.
yeah, totally.
Who was oh, man, I can't remember. The kid who played for the Rangers, and he ended up in Tampa. He had 4 goals his first game or something for the Rangers as a rookie. Oh, big-time player.
Not Ryan Callahan.
Yeah,
McDonough?
Callahan.
Callahan. Okay.
Yeah. I think his first game, his mother was in the stands.
Oh,
He's an American kid, right? Is he?
Yeah. Rochester or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. And then you realize 2 things. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Because this kid's mother looks young to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
And I'll tell you, the one that's the hot mother is Aiden Hutchison for the Detroit Lions.
Really?
His mother. Now, I remember seeing a video when he was first drafted, and she was attractive. She kept herself in shape. She clearly knew that she was going to be out. Like the makeup
Yeah.
was to the nines. You could tell, like she spent a couple of days getting ready for that show.
Hey, that's all right.
But even the wives are getting involved in like contract negotiation.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Yeah.
But I guess at the end of the day, they got to be part of it because it's like where they're going to live and
Right.
stuff. But
So you're so
Well,
diplomatic. Women should just. I guess I come from a different place than that. Being twice.
no, I think it should be left up to the player because ultimately it's
Yeah.
he or she's the one that's performing.
Short career. Yeah, it's not going to play forever.
Very short career.
Yeah. Like the guy Matthew Stafford in L.A. His wife they all do their commercials together now and everything.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes' wife.
I mean, let's face it. Most professional athletes on both sides of the aisle, whether female, they're probably more with the men. They're going to marry a very attractive woman.
Yes. Yeah.
Which they probably would not get if they were private.
They're going to outkick their coverage, is what we call it. They outkick their coverage.
Yeah. But that's all part of the game. I mean, it's all part of the process. It's part of celebrity and money. And
Totally. Yeah. You're right. My favorite mom was Derek Stefan's mom. Oh, really?
That's who I was thinking. Derek Stefan. Yeah.
Oh, was she hot?
Didn't he have a hat trick or 4 goals his first game? Maybe a hat trick.
We have her. Yeah. She was
That's what I
hot.
was thinking of.
Oh, she was hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
And then who was this is going back a while, probably 10 years ago, quarterback for Alabama. Remember they kept going to the stands because his girlfriend
was the girlfriend? Yeah, like she was a model or something too.
Yeah,
right?
she was a really pretty girl.
And who was it? There was one broadcaster that an older guy was really getting over the top.
Oh yeah, he got in trouble.
He's like he was at a strip. He
put
thought
the
he was
camera back on her. But the game's not outside. Put the
He thought he was at a strip joint or something. He was like
he sat there.
I think he kind of forgot where he was.
Yeah.
Beware, guys. The sweetest girl. Let me see here. You see here, I guess the sweetest girl you dated in college would change that. Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, we did too.
Yeah,
did you ever see Bill Burr?
Yep.
Talking about about Tiger Woods and his wife.
I don't know if I have.
And well, he was making a point like, Tiger married the Swedish nanny and she's gorgeous, right? He goes, I play golf. When I step off the 18th, there's not a busload of Swedish bikini models waiting for me, And that's what.
And who goes and gets a nanny that looks like that? Well, so wasn't Tiger's wife? Wasn't she a nanny for another golfer?
Yeah, for Jasper Parnevik, who's Swedish. Yeah. And by the way, I only know this because I was in Sweden years ago for something. His Jasper Parnevik's father is like one of the most famous comedians in Sweden.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good topic. So, husband and wife were married, and so the wife now has a role in picking the nanny. Like, why would the wife pick some hot nanny? It's just a built-in
confidence.
What?
Being overconfident.
I guess so. Or is it a test? See,
it could be a test as well. Yeah.
I'll see what my man can do here. Yeah.
But she may have been friends with Parnevik's wife or something because they were all Swedish.
Swedish, right? Huh. Yeah. Ooh, she was an attractive girl too, Tiger's wife.
I remember this is going back 100 years ago, but being near the players' wives at a game in New Jersey at the old Prudential, and who's the Swedish Patrick Sundstrom? Sundstrom?
Yeah.
What are the two brothers that?
There's Peter that played for the Rangers and Patrick for the Devils. Yeah.
Yeah, and his wife was like in the section, and some guy was giving her a hard time.
Oh.
And I was with my friend Jay Lally, who was at that time working with the Devils. He was a pretty tough kid. He was kind of like working with Pat Verbeek and them. And he was a Taekwondo guy, right? So he could do some damage. And he called down the usher and said, hey, get these guys out of here. Because they were really being gross to the one very pretty lady. And then they turned around and they started chirping at Jay. And I'm just sitting there going, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Connor. But and so there's the rumor Connor Bedard's mom was.
Yeah.
She's with Corey Perry supposedly, but they denied that. I don't know how true that was.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
I know. Well, especially guys have done similar things. There's lots of women around. I mean, to go with your teammates.
Corey Perry, known as a guy who can score.
So you know what I love about what you can do that? Like your facial expression. It's not just what you say; it's the whole facial expression. Like you're honestly making it seem like you're really asking a question.
I'd probably play poker.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
I would, but I'm bad at simple.
Right. Okay. There. And see, and here's a very interesting point too. Now, this is a hold on 1 second. Chris Casanova. Wow.
Good morning. Yeah.
Chris, how are you doing, brother? There's a new friend right there for us.
Yeah.
set up for divorce. Oh yeah. So there's a business. See, and here's the thing, with hockey players. So the league, I actually think and the Player Association has done a good job of setting up these seminars,
Right.
particularly for young players, financial help, all kind of stuff. And it's also, the problem is with hockey players, we don't listen to anybody. Like, that's how they make it to where they make it.
Not a word.
Yeah, somebody says no to them, they say, screw you, no, I'm going to go do it. Yeah.
Didn't you guys have some kind of guru guy come in? Something?
Oh, well, we had to, when I played,
yeah,
like all the time or one time.
Pull a guy out on something or whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Craig Patrick, one of the greatest guys. I love him to death. I think he's did a fantastic job as a GM with the Rangers and Pittsburgh. So I don't want to say this disparagingly towards him, but he got into, and I'm actually into more of the stuff now, but he got into more the mental part of the game, right? They found him in the parking lot one time, kind of doing a seance, whatever. And at first, Craig, like, geez, yeah. Now I'd go, okay, well, you're trying new things. So he brought in we were going through a tough time. I think they had fired Herb. So he brought in a sports psychiatrist.
Right.
They're up at the hotel up in Brewster, New York. No, Armonk, New York. So now we had some pretty interesting characters, right? We had anywhere from Robbie Ftorek, who, as you know, was probably the most disciplined man you'll ever meet in your life, to people like Mark Pavlich, who was, unique, right? Mark he'd do whatever. And there's myself and all others. So this guy gets up in front of the whole team and starts bouncing around on one of those mini trampolines.
Oh boy.
And starts telling us how he was a better quarterback than who's the Miami Dolphin quarterback for many years.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. He was a better quarterback than him. And so we're now, probably most of the guys have had a few beers, whatever it is. We're all giggling. And finally, it got to the point that Robbie Ftorek he just didn't, like, we would laugh it off and say, all right, let's sit here for a couple hours and blow it up. But he was
probably getting pissed, like it's a waste of time. Yeah.
So I can't remember. I think I had made it asked him, because I don't know if I did it to try to stir the pot, but I said, like, so do you mind if we know what your credentials are? And he was very open to it. He says, yes. So he pulled out a little green card and said he had a degree in surgery from the University of France. So this set Robbie off to know his face would just get beat red. Oh God. And so
did he stop bouncing at least?
Oh no, he kept the guy's credit. He didn't back down a bit. He kept going. The guy kept pouring it on. So he went on for a while. We talked for a couple hours. And that year I had ruptured my spleen, had my spleen removed. And he knew, like, I'm being a dick. I'm in the back room joking around and everything, back of the room. And he says near the end, he says, Tom, he says, and the power from the universe comes down through your spleen into your body. And he looks at me and he goes, Tom, do you believe that? And I'll never forget, James Patrick is sitting beside me and he's going, just say yes. Because, he knows if I say no, the guy's going to keep going. I couldn't help it. So I had to say, no, I don't believe that at all.
But how weird is it he picked you?
Yeah, he must. Yeah, he knew that I lost my spleen.
He must have known it. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Oh God.
It was in the paper, so he knew it.
Yeah. Let me see here. Barry Shelley just said a posted to message. I made up Nick walking across the ice, which just goes along with. Oh, okay. I got to take a look. I saw that somebody had. Let me take a look here. The great Barry Shelley.
Oh yeah, that probably was in Kentucky. With the Thunderbirds, which was San Jose's farm club. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Nicky Fatia.
Nicky used to travel with an axe in his hockey bag.
Yeah.
On the subway. Yep.
Right. Staten Island guy coming in to skate and everything.
Yeah, there was a Sky Rink in Manhattan. It was at the top of the building.
Right.
Yeah.
I think as time has gone on, I think he's really realized, and I've done the same thing too, how important it was to be a Ranger and play at Madison Garden and growing up in the area and everything. So whenever you talk to him about it, it comes back.
Yeah.
So of course and I mean this is a good way. Like I think people have told us, it isn't just Nicky making this up, that he's viewed as the first player from New York City, which includes the 5 boroughs, Staten Island included, to play for the Rangers. Mm-hmm. So particularly when Brian Mullen is around, who played from, I say, Mully, aren't you the first guy ever from New York City to play? So funny stuff.
Do you remember Val James?
Yeah, big tough guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he came out of played junior hockey in Long Island. He's a local guy.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
wow.
There was a junior league. It was a good league. It was called the Met League, Metropolitan League back then.
Yeah.
That's where Nicky played. That's where he began his hockey.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah,
you know what?
Richie Hansen. Remember Richie Hansen?
Richie Hansen, yeah.
Played for the Islanders. There was a handful of guys that came, excuse me, out of that league that made the NHL.
Huh.
Which
That'd
is
be-
really
that-
crazy when you think about
I'll
it.
tell you, this whole area, Long Island, Connecticut, New Jersey,
Yeah.
there's a lot more players there, like really good players are coming out of this
Yeah,
area.
and this was a long time ago when
Yeah.
we played hockey around here. Now
Yeah.
everybody plays hockey. Which is a good thing.
So, kind of a sad story. I've mentioned this too. There's a gentleman by the name of Pete Giantempo, who was a New York City police officer undercover for many years, I think like 20 some years. Had done a lot of stuff. When we go to events, sometimes, not always, but sometimes they'll have a kind of a security guard, so to speak, kind of making sure everything's okay. Pete was one of those guys, participated in a lot of learn to skate programs, big into hockey, coached a lot of kids, great guy. And unfortunately, we lost him last
week or the week before.
week. It was, yeah. Yeah, so a sad story. He was a great guy. I guess hopefully you can use it as a lesson for others. He took his own life, and it was a sad story for a lot of people. Well, obviously for a lot of reasons, but it seemed like he was very happy in life. Was again touched so many lives. So I think it really took a lot of people. His daughter's getting married soon, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, a little bit over 10 years almost already that I put together a veteran program at Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn to train, to volunteer our time, fighters and trainers to train veterans, right? Disabled veterans. And I went through the VA and they said, hey, it's a really great idea you have, but just remember that some things you can't see with veterans, meaning like, they may seem like they're fine, they're not injured in any way, but they might. I said, I get you. And then, so we opened it up to anybody who was a veteran.
Right. And here's a topic too. Now we're going a little deep here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of, I've been, I don't know if I'm guilty of this, I don't know the right word, but we talk about how not just men, but we're men. So men have opened up more and talking about their feelings more. It's better for their mental health. And have we really?
No, I mean, I think when you're really suffering sometimes, and thank God that you and I aren't, it's very difficult. I mean, it's like, how they always say self-talk is really important. Like when you're working out or when like meditating or running or whatever it might be. Well, self-talk can go either way. I mean, it could be, kind of inspiring or motivational, making you, or it could just be constant,
right?
Just a constant drum of negativity.
Right.
And so sometimes you just don't know who's really suffering. And that's why they say, don't be afraid to ask. You okay?
And I'm not blaming people when I say this too, but unless you're like a man who's a father, got responsibilities, part of the man's role as they go through time is to suck it up and not let people know, because everybody's counting on you. And if you now say to people that you're hurting, that you need help, everybody else is like, well, if he needs help, what are we going to do? But nobody expresses that to the guy, right? So part of the issue is that I think a lot of men feel like, okay, if I open up and tell somebody, first of all, there's a few things. It can come back to haunt them later on. That now the way people view them, they've opened up and started talking about themselves, and people want to use that against them. So it's not just the guy; it's people allowing the men to have those feelings and talk about their stuff, and not have it not be looked at differently as they move forward, right? So
I think that hopefully that might be changing a little bit, because let's take a look at Brad. I mean, Brad's had pretty tough luck with his life. I won't go through his whole story, but he got injured pretty bad 3 years ago. That has, if anything, it propelled him even further, like into providing and working and being and helping others. But to that point, Brad and I, when we go for hikes with our, the whole group or just ourselves, a lot of that kind of interaction that I don't think years ago, maybe it did, but I don't know. But
and I hear you. I know that's there. But I think it's rare. I just think it's great.
Might be right. I don't know. But so there's nothing wrong with saying what's wrong. Right?
I know, and you're 100% correct. Yeah. And I want men to feel like that. But I still think there's a gap there between saying,
Oh, there is, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's how you handle it. You know, whatever you're faced with and what you do with it.
I think, okay, but I'm going to, you're correct.
Yeah.
The addition to that is it's how people around you handle it too.
Correct.
Like if you're opening up and telling how you're feeling, then to me, it's the people around that man saying that stuff have a responsibility to hold the things that he has said, has opened up about as like cherished goods. Like you don't go talk to other people about it. And that's the scary part. Like we all do it, right? It's gossip, it's human nature. But when somebody opens up to you and tells you something like really deep inside,
I think that defines like your character too. Because obviously if somebody opens up to you, you keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't go around telling people.
Right. Okay. And you're right.
Yeah.
But the reality is that's not the norm. That's not the norm. Yeah.
No, men in particular are put in a position where, in a lot of cases, it's difficult for them to express what they're really feeling because they don't want to be diminished.
Yeah. It's tough. I don't know why. I just because I think when lose somebody like we lost Peachy and Temple, I think a lot of people say, "Oh, geez, I wish I'd known," or "Why didn't we see?"
Yeah. And that's a natural reaction too.
And I think looking back, maybe sometimes there's just no way you would have known.
Well, that's true too. And then there's other things. Unfortunately, there's some things that are going to happen regardless of what you do.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
But you still got to try.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Here's Dean Rocco, who knew Pete. Pete was one of the most unsoft. Yeah.
And that's usually the way it is, man.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. For that, so.
Yes. What else? There's somebody else here. Our buddy Luch. That we've had him on here before. Did we ever figure out how to?
Yeah, that's I forget his real name, but yeah, no, he's been on a bunch of times. He's got a really good hockey site going, and he's doing a great job with it. Yeah.
Okay. I played with Mike Keenan back then. I talked to him last week. Well, I didn't. We tried out for the Canadian Olympic team together for the 1980 Olympics briefly. But okay. Okay, forget it. I'm going to just say it. Mike Keenan was one of the biggest jerks I ever met in my life. He acts like, so once he gets out of hockey and he's no get a job anymore, he acts like I'm his best buddy. But when he's coaching, we would walk like, and he was coaching the Flyers, for instance. So we'd walk down the hallway and cross each other. And we played with each other. We didn't even acknowledge it. He's this arrogant, and then now all of a sudden he's not playing anymore. Like he called me one time, he wanted to get a job. I won't mention who it was. One of my buddies running a team in the NHL. He called me up like we're best friends. He wanted me to help him call this guy and recommend him. It's not recommending. You're the biggest backstabber I've ever seen in my life. I'm not recommending anything.
Mike Keenan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like his reputation was that, obviously you would know this. If you hired him as a coach, good chance he's going to try to take your job as a GM. Right. Like it's sad. Yeah.
Didn't he do that? Was he GM in Chicago for a little while or something?
Yeah. Yeah. He was. Yeah.
Yeah. Not too many people have good things to say about Mike Keenan.
Yeah. And I see him now acting like he's this wonderful human being. So, yeah.
Well, everybody's capable.
Yeah.
He's not.
I don't know. There's the part that me, I guess, yeah, you're right. People change. But I just view him as the kind of guy that if he had another job again in the NHL, he'd forget what my name was. Yeah.
Yeah. I like coaches that you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's some great guys that are good coaches. Yeah.
Mike Babcock, another tool.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you, we did a podcast with Ken Hitchcock, and I give him credit because I carved him before. And I told him, I said, listen, Ken, I got to be honest, I have carved you. And he said, that's fine, Tom. That's and he explained his rationale for the way he handled himself. And whether you agree with that.
And I know, look, it's not about what you look like, but in his case, he must have been a great coach because,
well, yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah.
You separate the two issues. He could still be a good coach. He didn't have to do all that other stuff that he was doing. Right. Yeah. Susan Brooks stirring the pot here. Hold on. When Susan comes on, it's like there's no disrespect to anybody else. But since Susan comes on with a comment, we drop everything, right? I mean, it's
No, she's right. And we've talked about this a bunch of times with the tax implication.
Yeah.
Boy, Florida's in trouble. Kachuk and Barkov.
Yeah. But here's my take on it.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. They'll both rest.
Yeah.
Barkov missed a whole year probably. Come out for the playoffs.
They'll still make the playoffs.
So here's the scenario. They'll make the playoffs. Kachuk will come back halfway through the year. And now they'll get into playoffs, and all of a sudden you get Barkov back. So
Boom.
one of the best. So you're basically trading for one of the best players in the world
Yeah.
coming in your lineup.
I saw Capo broke his hand, so he's out.
Yeah, poor kid. I want to see those
Yeah.
guys do well. Yeah,
I'd like to see him do well too.
yeah. Your Jets play tonight on Monday Night Football too, right?
They're down 7 already.
Who are they playing? It's
Miami, they're 0-3, so this is a battle of the Titans tonight.
well, and Miami's got a terrible defense, right?
Pretty porous.
Uh,
Yeah, it's tough being a Jet fan since 1969.
and I want to like the coach. Last week when they were doing well, he did that dance on the sideline.
Yeah.
Can you see Tom Landry or Don Shula or somebody?
Or Vince Lombardi.
I
Or better yet, Bill Parcells.
know you love the enthusiasm, but
Yeah.
Parcells is
Still
not going
lost.
too well in
They
North
still
Carolina.
lost.
What?
They still lost.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Parcells is not doing well there in North Carolina.
That's like, who's this now?
I'm sorry, Belichick in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's got a lot on his plate. You know, it's tough to keep up with a 24-year-old when you're 72.
Yeah. They got the week off, so they had pictures of her and him flying off to Nantucket
Yeah.
or wherever they were going. She's got the now talk about the the black pants for women, the tight black pants. So you got what's his name, the quarterback for the
Jackson
Giants. Yeah, his mother's wearing the black pants. Belichick's girlfriend's wearing. Is that like a signal?
I'd have to ask. That's got to be so. It's like another hand signal.
Right, because you see that's right. You see Trump and all these
Yeah.
guys being accused of making these hand signals like they're
Right.
doing this or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So, by the way, speaking of hand signals, off topic, we'll go right back. You ever see the bare knuckle boxing they have now?
yeah,
So I was watching it the other night, and the guy's moving around, he's throwing jabs, and he looks at the other guy and goes, boom.
that's right.
So there was a hand signal.
Yeah. Oh, two things. I want to touch on another knockout in the professional boxing. So Penguins. That's a good point by you, Susan.
Yeah, that was cool.
So Fleury's retiring. So for one, I guess he practiced with the team for a few days and then played one final game. So
That was awesome. Yeah, that's very good.
Did you see the boxing match? I remember it was an AMA fight or whatever it was. The veteran guy, like the 4-year-old guy.
Drifted. I'm
Ooh.
trying to look at that video to see who hit him.
Yeah.
What's his name? Silva. He's a Brazilian. And
He's like 40-some years old too, right?
Yeah, he was a UFC. He was pretty nasty guy, you know. But you see the replay. He definitely headbutted the guy intentionally.
Oh.
Like he had the guy up against the ropes, and he went like this, went boom, and then all hell broke loose. And
I
during the
wouldn't wanna
melee,
be-
he got clipped.
I wouldn't want to be that guy that knocked him out because now everybody's coming after him, right? I mean,
He had one of the most brutal injuries. He went to throw a leg kick, and his shin just snapped in half.
that was him. I remember
That
that.
was him, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Zach Jones. So Zach Jones went to Buffalo, right? And he got released. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Former.
Yeah.
They
They released him.
Yeah.
That's a bad camp.
Yeah, man.
I guess all the big roster moves will be today, I would assume, right? Will they really start chopping it down closer to
Yeah.
30 guys or whatever?
I didn't see the whole video. I guess Biz Nasty was talking about how I think he was trying to create a story, but it was more like, has the league become a developmental league, the NHL? I think part of the premise was that they've gotten rid of preseason, not all the preseason games, but some of them. So now the first few NHL regular season games are basically what the preseason games used to be.
Correct.
Developing players.
Well, it's too many teams.
What do you mean? Why 2018?
Well, that makes the league younger because you need players.
Although, okay, let's have that little debate.
Yeah.
But if you're a good general manager and you know how to develop a team, it depends where you are in the developmental process. Having those younger players, because remember they're on the entry level contracts, so they're limited to what they can make. It might be $850 or $900, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's 850 somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and again, this goes to drafting and developing players. If you've got good young players, you need to have those. Keeps your salary down, so then you can afford. If they're good players, they can be really good players, but they're limited to what they can make. So you've got a good player, a good young player in the lineup. Now you can afford to pay the stud players more at the top end, keep that strong lineup, but then have that process constantly going on, right? You're rotating those players in. But
Yeah, I think that's on its face, what you're talking about, paying the older guys more money and then they kind of retire and then the new guys. I think what happens for me, it's tough for player retention because when those players do come up for their RFA, it's
Right.
the team does lose a chance of losing it.
Right. How about the kid? I'm glad we're getting into this. The kid in Minnesota, the star player was offered like they offered like an 8-year.
Yeah.
The rumor was 8 years, 16 million a year or something like that. Was that or 14 a year?
Something around there.
Yeah. And he turned it down.
Yeah.
Now people could say, "Is he nuts?"
No.
But the cap in 3 years is supposed to climb. I guess 90 something. Now it's going to climb to like 120 million per team.
Yeah.
So the most you can make as a player is 20% of the cap. So once it goes to 120, you're looking at $24 million. So you sign that 8-year deal, making good money. Let's say it is $15 million.
Yeah.
Now after 3 years,
Yeah.
you could have signed a new deal at $24 million.
Right.
So that's $9 million a year you're losing for potentially 5 years, let's say. So that's $45 million.
How about this? You're an agent.
Yep.
Tell the team and the kid, listen, let's do this deal for the 14 million, but in 3 years, I want that his salary to reflect.
Can't
do that.
You can't restructure a deal once you've signed a contract, and you can't put that kind of language in the contract. You can just the answer is just sign a 3-year contract.
Right. Okay, I got you.
Right now, the team doesn't want that. They want to lock this player up,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Because they want him to be the best player possible. They want to promote him. They want to. He's the franchise player. Now, the more they do that, the more more value he then has.
Money, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes. But I think with one of those guys, he's gonna get that money. So now, the big thing is everybody waiting on Connor McDavid to sign these big deals, right? Like, is he waiting to say, listen, I'm not signing until Connor McDavid signs.
Right.
So, okay, so you're Connor McDavid. You put in 10 years with the Edmonton Oilers. You've gone to the finals twice. You could argue that if you had better goaltending with Edmonton, you would have won 2 Stanley Cups with Connor McDavid. So he's saying to himself, listen, I'm guessing if I'm him, I'd say, listen, I don't owe these people anything in Edmonton. I've given them everything. Now, they've also treated me great. The fans love me, all that kinds of stuff. Do I want to sit around here and continue? Because again, first of all, there's no guarantee you go back to the finals again, or you could win the Stanley Cup next year too. You just don't know. So I would say, like, okay, do I want to? Why would I sign a long-term deal? Right? I just sign a 2-year deal, $15 million a year, whatever it is, and then see what they do if they. But that means
and for him, he's New York might not be, but if he goes to Florida, Dallas, no taxes.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So they're to me, that's the target. Now they're not going to want to.
What Susan was referencing, yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to trade him to Dallas because that's in their own conference.
Yeah.
But if he plays out the year and becomes a free agent and does the John Tavares, and then he obviously goes where he wants. Like, to me, like, people are mentioning Toronto. Like, why would you want to go to Toronto? Yeah. I mean, if you want to win the Cup, okay, Toronto's got a good team, but you're 50% in tax. Yeah. You start talking like if you're starting now talking $20 million. So what's the highest federal tax rate? 37% or something?
Yeah, around there.
And if there's no state tax in Dallas, so you're only paying 37%. If you go to Toronto, you're paying now it's the dollar exchange plus 50% tax.
Yeah.
So he's losing a lot of money. Yeah.
A lot of money. Yeah. That's why they keep putting it out there, maybe New York, but I don't see New York because of the taxes.
What's that, sorry?
So there's been, a lot of hope anyhow that he'd consider coming to the Rangers, but I think the tax structure would prohibit that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. It's the city tax, state tax. Yeah.
Then they could come back and say, hey, listen, but look at how much more money you're going to make just doing print ads and everything like that.
But is he? Here's the kind of the misnomer. Especially in a place like New York.
We know who he is. He could probably walk right down Midtown.
Yeah.
People will recognize him, but it's not like if Jackson Dart did.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So in the marketing world here in New York City, it's Jackson Dart, it's the Knicks, it's the Nets, it's the everybody else. He'll get stuff, but he's not going to get.
Yeah, not to make that big of a difference.
Yeah.
He could get the same exposure in Florida.
Yeah. Right. So your exposure is just like taking your shirt off. That's your exposure.
Lights on now.
Yeah.
Just a lot of work on him.
Brady Tkachuk. That's the guy I want. I'll tell you what. Oof.
Yeah. Flyers hired an MMA guy.
Huh?
to work with the guys.
So that was the other rumor going around. There's talk about the three Hughes brothers all coming to the Rangers.
Who cares?
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Okay, and I can see it. It's Madison Square Garden. It's MSG Network. Star players like that, great job. But now, does that really help you win a Stanley Cup? Right? Like, I mean,
So,
how many Hughes type players play on the Florida Panthers? Right? There's none. Yeah.
I mean, is it Quinn? Who's the kid in Vancouver? Quinn.
Yeah. Quinn Hughes, one of Vancouver. He's
an exceptional talent.
Yeah.
So is Jack, but I get a feeling, and I may be wrong, that he's not well liked in the room.
I can see that, right? Because that little,
He's got that prep school kind of arrogant kid.
Yeah.
Thing. And again, I may be way off base. He might be a really.
I do get that feeling too. Like I think to myself, okay, just from the distance when I see the way he acts, I don't know if he'd be one of my favorite guys, right? Yeah.
Right. And there's being small, and then there's being small.
Yeah.
He's tiny.
Well, late in the year last year against Detroit, there was an icing, the empty net. Detroit guy comes down, scores the empty net. Hughes is not his credit, trying to hustle back to stop him, goes to hit him, and the Detroit guy just smokes him. Right? Did you see this video? Now Hughes gets up, he's like all upset and everything. Like all his buddies come in to save him, but he doesn't do anything when they,
And he was really pretty much ineffective in that Four Nations.
Yeah.
You could see where he was really small. He'd go in on a forecheck, and he'd hit a guy, and a guy would just go in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Will Panarin be back with the Rangers? Danny Erickson likes to know.
That's an interesting set of circumstances.
Yeah, he's going to have to take a hometown discount for it. To me, if that's going to happen, he's at the end of his career or near the end of his career. Yeah.
I just how long has he been here? Probably 5 years already, right?
Yeah, I think he signed with 5-year deal.
How many cups?
I know. And how many times during the playoffs did he kind of like a lot of regular season good stuff, but playoffs?
Yeah, he gets real small when the rink gets small.
Yeah.
He disappears. Yeah.
I know. And you wonder why too, because he really competes hard.
Talented.
Yeah, and he competes hard during the regular season. Yeah. Let me see here. Piano playing, Mark. I still see you posting your piano playing. When are you going to record? Yeah, there's a good question.
Yeah. Beth asked the other night if I could play a solo for her. She said, "Solo, I can't hear you."
Oh,
thanks, Barry. It's a hobby. I really enjoy it. It's it's fun.
What else is going on in the world? Get away from sports. What's going on in the world?
Well, my son gets married next week.
Who does?
My son.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah. Next.
And the wedding's out in where?
Aspen, Colorado.
Good.
Yeah.
I haven't got my hotel room yet or anything like that. So
start heading out now. Yeah.
It's
a really small wedding. It's like 30 people. And the next spring, I think they're going to have a big party back here.
Nice. Very cool. Beautiful wife too. Her upcoming wife.
Pretty girl. She's an angel. She's so sweet.
God.
And they make a good couple. You know how they're just, you can see people are good couples together. Yeah.
That just pisses me off.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I'm all for one.
My sons are like that too. And I'm looking at them and I go, what the hell? I keep telling them all the time this. I showed you what not to do. So yeah.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Here's something. So it's a somewhat of a political thing, but so as we know, our TV outlets and everything are all owned by the same people that own the politicians. This is my view anyways. Mm-hmm. So we've got countries like Nepal, Philippines. These people are now taking over their own country, getting rid of the politics. Right. We don't ever see that in the news at all.
We don't see. Yeah, they pick 3 topics and they keep it, keep your mind occupied with that.
Nothing.
So you don't see what's going on.
Right. So they don't plant the seed with us that, maybe we could do that. Maybe we could throw out our politicians.
We keep and I don't, no matter where you stand on the whole Gaza Strip thing.
Yeah.
There's a real bad genocide going on in Africa right now. Horrible stuff going on. You never hear about it though.
And I tell you what, and if you really do your homework on YouTube and other places, you see some of the videos of kids out in the street. Like that's what we forget, like all this bombing. Like
you know what I don't get? Well, I do get, but there's a particular part of Philadelphia called Kensington. And they have the Tenderloin district in San Fran, and they have one in New York, I'm sure somewhere, where it's just fentanyl addicts. And they're all on the block. Their needles and stuff are laying all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Bent over in half.
Yeah.
And I think, that's somebody's son, daughter.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing we can do about this. Don't tell me that.
Oh, totally.
You were all up in arms about the MS-13 guy being shipped back to El Salvador. What about these people? These are,
Yeah.
It's horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have any sense of humanity, how can you just look at that?
And there's so many other countries. Like Singapore, for example, is a country that is an expensive place to live, but they made the decision. They're cleaning up their country. They don't allow that. They help those people.
And don't throw any chewing gum on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Remember that? The kid
Yeah.
a while back, and you got,
Oh, yeah.
they lash you or whatever.
Yeah, I think they don't do that anymore, but it's
Yeah.
still, I think it's
It wasn't
just
too long
against
ago
the
they
law.
gave him 10 lashes. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Lashing.
Yeah.
Get lashed. That'd be a good initiation back in the day, lashing somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, Susan again. Okay, so Susan, here we've had like an intellectual conversation for an hour here, talking about a wide range of topics, right? Would you say that?
No,
Paul,
who is Elaine?
but let's just lay the groundwork here. For the
Yeah,
last
I want to hear this.
So we're going on an hour and 48 seconds right now.
Yeah.
So wide-ranging conversation, intellectual, right? We've talked about a lot of different things. So now Susan, near the end of the show, has to now stir the pot here. So Elaine was on the show Survivor with me.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So Elaine was getting married
Right.
during the pandemic,
Mm.
right? So now I was supposed to speak at the wedding. Basically, I was going to be the star of the show. I mean, other than
Of course.
Elaine and her wife. And then I found out that if I went to Kentucky, I would have to quarantine myself for 2 weeks. Now I was out, going to the gym and everything during this time. That was my
Routine.
world. Yeah, my routine, video and things and everything. So I had to cancel my trip to the wedding.
Right.
And it was a sore subject with Elaine. It was, and I was deeply offended. Like, because right. It
Yeah, I
affected,
might have a hard time quarantining for 2 weeks to go to a
Right.
wedding.
right.
Yeah.
And then the fact that Elaine didn't trust me either. Like, she felt like I was like that. I really never planned on coming to the wedding. So for Susan now to stir up those bad memories.
So maybe you are the one that started COVID, just to get out of going to the wedding.
Well,
They keep looking at Wuhan. Maybe it was Tom.
could have been. There's actually a friend of mine. A friend of mine. She had like the January before the March that the COVID all really got going. She was sick and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. And looking back, she thinks she had
Oh,
COVID.
I had COVID. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this is interesting.
Right. So Susan, now will this whole? Let me read this. Will this hotel reservation be the same type you had for Elaine's wedding?
Yeah.
So we weren't talking about Elaine,
Mm-hmm.
right?
But now I got to ask you. So you were under the thought process that there was a conspiracy about having that little go away dinner for me, like really far from you. right?
Yeah.
In
Well,
other words, if the wedding here was on the East Coast, you'd be there, but it's in Aspen.
I mean, is it a pattern? I guess is the question.
Yeah. Maybe we can spot.
Right.
Like originally, maybe Sean wanted to say, "Hey, let's get married." I said, "No, like
Right.
let's show up.
Right.
Get
So
as far away as you can."
great point by you. So Elaine's wedding was in Kentucky.
Right.
Right.
That's
Did-
a couple time zones away.
Right. Right. They want me to speak at the wedding. I mean, they didn't move it closer like that.
Right.
The dinner for you,
South Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah. Right. It would take me like a day to get there, probably.
Easy. Yeah.
Sean's getting married. So it is. It's
Yeah.
wow. To be honest with you, I never really looked at the whole conspiracy about it.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating when you really look at it through that lens. Yeah.
So people are planning events based on me not being there. Like, how can
Yeah.
we?
How do we prevent Laidlaw from showing up?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the reason. Okay, let's get into the reason why they don't want me there. Is it? Have I got a big mouth?
Well,
Well,
it's supposed to be the bride's day, and it would all be about you because everybody would be like around you,
Right.
trying to hear you speak and maybe get an autograph or
Right.
photograph, and the bride be over in the corner crying, like, "What's going on? It's my day."
Right. Good point. And the dinner for you was supposed to be about you and your lovely
Yeah,
Beth.
I appreciate you not showing up because that's a sign of a true friend. Because you knew that it would have took everything from me to you. Yeah.
It could also have been the other people that were attending the event felt like, okay, we want to be relevant.
Well, it was an interesting group of men and women. I'll
Right.
put it-
Little type A personalities,
a
right?
lot of personalities there.
Right. So they would have thought, like, okay, Laidlaw shows up, then I'm not
We're
important.
one over the personality limit
Yeah.
already.
Right. Totally. You know who Here's another, while we're on touchy subjects, Tracy Marie.
Oh, what's going
So
on?
she contacted me, or maybe I contacted her. She posted something, and of course I responded very politely and professionally, or whatever, being nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, she got back to me, but then it just dropped. There was no, what I've realized in life. Here's what I realized in life. So with friends, like there's different categories, right?
Right.
And it's more like, what category are you in their life?
Right.
Like, I feel good that you and I in our relationship where
We're boys.
either one of us contact each other. If you're busy, okay. But as soon as we're not busy, we get back to each other right away.
100%.
Right. There's other people, and this is fine. They're prioritized. So you contact them. You may see that they've read the text or whatever, and then they may get back to you in a day or whatever.
Right.
And it's okay. So you realize you're really not that important in their life. You're somewhat important, right?
Right. And
there's other people you text them. Like, what the worst is? You're in the middle of a conversation with somebody on a text, and you say something, and then it just stops, and you don't hear from them for a week or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, especially if you ask them a question and it just don't get back to you.
Yeah. Okay. So then that same person will call you up in a couple of weeks and go, "Hey," or "Yo." What do you mean, yo? You dropped me.
There's no yo.
Right.
You dropped me. Yeah.
So now here's what I've learned. So you can get mad about it. Or you don't have to necessarily get mad. You can just say, okay, I realize I'm not a high priority in that person's life. So don't get upset about it. Just move on with your life, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
But then they get back to you and they want something. You can say, screw you. Or you can say, you know what? This is my lot in life. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help others. Doesn't matter how they choose. I can't let the way they handle themselves affect my life, right?
Right. Yeah. You got to be the bigger man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. God.
So Sean Avery was on Spitting Chicklets.
Right.
And he didn't have too many kind words for Mike Sullivan.
Oh, really?
Well, we really questioned his intelligence. Big time.
Somebody, I didn't post it up there. Somebody had mentioned that they really were impressed by Sean Avery lately, that he's really changed.
He seems to be they probably got the meds just right, I think.
Yes. Well, I think he's a very smart guy and realizes.
Oh, he is. He's a smart dude. But
so his
crazy.
controversial style is how he gains fame. Yeah.
Best story I think that he tells, and it's a good story. When he was a rookie, I guess they're playing Colorado, and he starts giving Sakic some crap.
Yeah.
And Eisman pulled him over. Was it Eisman or Shanny? Somebody pulled him
over. It was Brett Hull. It's Brett Hull.
Brett Hull said, "Listen, it's Mr. Sakic."
Yeah, we don't speak like that.
Which is great.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, definitely. All right. I feel good about today until the end there when Susan. But again, I'm not going to let other people affect my.
Yeah, world. Can't let Susan drag you down, even though she's right.
And I'm sorry. So what's today? 29th today. So next Monday would be the 3rd or 4th or something like that.
Next Monday's the 6th.
And when's the wedding? When's the wedding?
The 10th. So Monday I'm here. Tuesday we fly out. Wedding is Friday night. Okay. We're going to go out a little early. We're going to do some hiking in Rocky Mountain National Park.
Flying first class? Of course.
I'll be in a cockpit.
So, like when you fly, are you very romantic, like holding hands on the plane and all that kinds of stuff? Or?
We're not even romantic at home.
I see. We're
both very independent people.
I don't buy that though.
Well, look, like last week you saw I gave her flowers from nowhere. That way. But when we're on a flight, no, she's reading a book and I'm watching something on the screen. Yeah.
Right. I guess part of what fascinates me is I can't remember the last time I flew with a. Hello. Yeah, I've been divorced from my first wife for 26 years or 27 years now. The second wife, I've been divorced for her for, God, it's got to be 12, 13, 14 years, something like that. God.
So you've been on a loose that long.
Man, the scary thing is now, and I've read about this to try to study this whole phenomena. The fact that I realized I really don't need anybody now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You reach a point in life where you're like, you're not going to start a family now.
Yeah.
And if you're fine doing your own thing and going on a date every once in a while and doing
a buddy of mine called me up. He says, "You're the only person I know that can eat every meal the rest of his life all by himself and has no need. And I started thinking about it. I said, well, yeah, I don't even think about needing somebody else to eat with. Yeah. That's fine. Oh, yeah, but the good news is tomorrow night I will be babysitting my grand dog Maverick.
Maverick, yeah.
Yes. He'll be staying with me. He's I love the little sweetie. He doesn't sleep through the night. He can't sleep more than a couple hours. So he's with Shane and Leah. They have a room for him, and he goes downstairs, lock the door. So they have a camera there, so they want to know what he's doing. So he'll get up and wander around, but then go back to bed again. So when he's with me, I can't do that to him. I can't lock him away. No. So he comes upstairs like every 2 hours, wakes me up.
Checks in on you.
They feel bad about it. I said, you know how it is with dogs, especially when you don't have them all the time. So I think it's really cute. He comes up, he's got his toy with him. And all that.
So Scotty Scheffler, who's probably the best golfer on the planet right now, American kid, he donated $5 million to Dogtopia.
Yeah.
The place where dogs have been injured or whatever.
Yes. That's what I want to do. I wanted to do that. I
thought of you right away when I saw it. Yeah.
That's cool. I think you actually sent me the video on that.
Yes, I did.
Yes. That's cool. Very good job. All right, brother. So we'll see you next Monday, and then you're off for the wedding. If you need any pointers to pass on to your son there about getting married or anything like that, let me know.
I'll have to call you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Have a good week.
You too. Peace out.